along with Josh Komnick. Jeff Benjamin with you. Fourth quarter of action underway. Railers, the basketball, and a 19-point advantage over Jacksonville. Kirby tries to throw the lob. Christian left it a little bit short, and they're going to say Christian knocked it out of bounds.
Yeah, bad pass. That pass has got to be thrown high. Christian can really get over the rim, and that was thrown way below the rim. Jeff, you or I could have caught one of those.
The rumor is you can't get a credit card under my feet when I jump, so Lonergan goes in, Christian reaches in, tries to knock it away, ball tipped off the glass, Crimson the board again, and Brandt's going to be whistled for the foul as Peak tried to go to the basket, and he will go to the line shooting two. Brandt will pick up his first.
Yeah, some aggressiveness there by the Crimsons, really hitting the board, so Brandt's got to get back. Christian has really laid off trying to block a lot of shots since he got the two fouls. He's still only got two, so he can really let loose on a couple of those and try and swat him out of there.
Peak, the 6'4" sophomore. Second one on the way. That one up and good. 33-16. Peak, I believe, is related to the Kaufman boys, Andy and Kevin, from over in that area. Railers turn it over, trying to get it inbounds. Jacksonville. Lonergan makes a move to the basket, tries to get it to Peak, but it's knocked away. And Jacksonville had a chance to save it. In fact, Lonergan and Pate watched it go out of bounds, and now the trail official's coming over. And they're going to talk about it and say that it was tipped, and they're going to whistle. But yes, it was, so it will stay with Jacksonville. That's a hard thing to do, though. If you're almost sure that you weren't the ones that knocked it out, and you let it go, and an official doesn't see it the right way.
Right.
You almost, wish your guy would just grab it because you know you're going to be able to save it.
Exactly.
Christian with a block, very high for the block. That was a 3 attempt from Rudy Pate. Christian very aggressive that time defensively. A minute gone by in the fourth. Railers on top, 33-16. Cook, Gesner, Van Hook, Coyne, and Kirby on the floor for Coach Neil Alexander. Kirby on the left side. Cook works it now to Kirby. Three on the way, count it! And we've got a whistle underneath, and I think it's going to go against Jacksonville, so you're going to count the basket from Austin.
No, against Coyne.
Now, count the basket from Austin. They are going to say it was on Brandt.
Yeah, Coyne and Lonergan got tangled up there at the high post. Lonergan was boxing him out, and Brandt didn't really like that, and kind of tossed him to the side a little bit, and the ref unfortunately saw that, but it was after we had attempted the three, so the three was good.
So Austin now with 6 in the contest. Brandt picks up his second, third on the team in the half. They throw it in the corner. Dugan's 3 on the way. That's no good. Coyne and Peak go after. Christian reaches in, and we've got alternating possession. It'll stay with Jacksonville. Well, even though it's a 20-point game, getting a little chippy out there, Josh.
Yeah, and it's probably going to even more because Jacksonville, of course, doesn't like to lose, and they're a physical team, especially underneath anyways.
Shot attempt from underneath by Jacksonville's Dalton Keene is no good. Coyne went to go for the shot. Nice defense by Jacksonville as they kept him from getting the shot. He tried to pass it down low. Brandt in the lane, underneath to Max. Max with nice position, lays it up and in. I'm not really sure how he got in position, and the Railers get a steal, and Christian comes in and gets the layup in good. Railers up 40-16.
Nice sequence. We kind of lost the steal because of the students here. We didn't quite see exactly what happened, but all we know is it ended up in a Van Hook layup.
3 is an air ball as Cook contested the attempt from Dugan. And the wheels are certainly coming off the Jacksonville bus right now. Coyne over to Gesner, 5.5 to go. Gesner gets hammered down by Lonergan. Always my favorite part of the game when someone knocks somebody over and then looks at the official and went, what, a couple months ago that was legal.
Yeah, I was going for the ball too.
Me? First foul whistled on Jacksonville in this half. Down 24, 5.5 to go in the fourth. Corner to Van Hook. Kirby directing traffic right in front of the Railer bench. Cook tried to throw a lob and left it way, way short. And we've seen Kirby and we've seen Cook try and make that lob as Jacksonville throws it away. And, you know, we've seen Jordan Gesner and Jake Olson throw those passes tonight, and they've been in the right spot. And I think it's just habit.
Your experience. You know, these the sophomores don't practice to throw the lob to anybody because they don't have anybody that can go up and get it, not especially like Van Hook can. So you've got to throw that maybe way up over any defense because the only person that's going to jump as high as that is Van Hook.
Grant turns from 15. That's no good. Austin knocks it out of bounds, trying to get the rebound. 4:47 left in the contest. Railers on top by 24. Blake Hance checking in. Lonergan and Keene will take a seat for Jacksonville. Also into the contest for Jacksonville for the first time at Justin Koo. Koo to Hance. Koo's going to drive in, flips it over to Hance. Double team by Cook and Coyne. Jones inside. Nice move to Peak, who tried to lay it up and in. He missed, but he's going to the line. Foul on Brandt. Third for Brandt, fourth on the team.
Josh Peak back to the line for the Crimson.
Peak at the line with 4. Hit his first 2 free throws, making 3 for 3 tonight. He has 5. Second one on the way, good as well. 40-18. Railers have held Jacksonville to single digits in every quarter so far tonight. 3, 5, and 6, 4 so far. It'd be nice to get a 4 quarters of single-digit defense here tonight.
Yeah, they've done their job, and Jacksonville's helped them out quite a bit on some careless turnovers.
Kirby to Coyne, kicks it back out. 3 on the way, up and long by Gesner, rebounded Jones, high for Jacksonville. Koo tries to get it ahead. Hance with a nice catch. Bounce, Peak, Christian. Altered that shot as Peak, I think, didn't expect Van Hook to get over there so quick.
Well, you talk about that guy's seen Van Hook jump, and early on in the game he would have slapped at that, but just that Jacksonville got to see Van Hook dunk a couple times. That's just intimidation. He didn't even have his hands up that time, and that's what Van Hook can do to a lot of shots. Rather than block him, he's just gonna, a lot of people are gonna miss.
Austin Kirby's 3 from the left wing is no good. Gesner flies in for the rebound, but loses it off his shoulder out of bounds. 3.5 to go. Railers will head back on defense as Jacksonville trails by 22. So after an overtime game in the sophomore contest, jumper from the baseline, that's up and good by Hance, his first points of the night, in which the sophomores won 54-50. A very quickly paced varsity contest at the 3-minute mark here in the fourth quarter. Pass by Kirby, trying to get it into the front court, tipped away by Jones. We see Matt Hayes checking back in. He will replace Brant Coyne. Brant leaves with 6 points tonight. Max Cook, the freshman. Hands over to Gesner. Kirby tries to swing a pass down low, and it's knocked out of bounds. Lost by the Railers. Still some things, even with a 20-point advantage, that you don't want to see. The passes, the no-look passes, you really don't need those at this point because those are habits that you can get now that you're going to keep later in the season. Right,
don't get sloppy. Just play, protect the basketball, get some guys some shots that don't normally get a chance to shoot a lot, especially here in a game that we're having under control.
Koo with his first shot of the night, falls. Jacksonville on a mini run of 6-0, 40-22, but I think they're going to run out of time. Here's with the 2:15 mark in the fourth. You see Will Podbelzik and Andy Cruz getting ready to check back in. First chance. Gesner, Cook, over to Kirby. Christian at the free throw line, dumps it down for Hayes. Hayes kicks it back out. Gesner fires off a three from the right side and gets it. Gesner now with 14. Mills looks to make a move. A few steps to the basket, but a foul is going to be whistled on the Railers. They'll send Jacksonville back to the line. Foul's going to be whistled against Van Hook. That's his third. Mills, the 5'9" sophomore, yet to score so far tonight. Free throw short. Podbelzik and Cruz in, replacing Gesner and Van Hook, and they did a very nice job tonight.
Yeah, very good game, by all Railers, really. Van Hook got us going early in the game, which really got the crowd into it, and I think really propelled us to this big win was the start by the Railers and the bad really start by Jacksonville as far as I think it was 4 straight possessions were turnovers, and the hot start by the Railers was a big key here for a big win for your Railers.
43-23, approaching the minute-and-a-half mark. Podbelzik, Cook, Hayes, Cruz, and Kirby for Lincoln. Cruz on top to Cook. Gets a bump. Hayes, top of the key. Back now to Cook. And a foul is going to be whistled on Koo. It's one of those where the officials probably don't want to call it, but he's out there, top of the key, all by himself. Probably just wants him to stop so he doesn't have to keep calling the foul.
Yeah, it's you want your guys to play hard if you're Jacksonville, and those guys don't get a lot of time, but just play with your hands, keep your play with your feet. Sorry, keep your hands away, and just play basketball.
43-23, a minute 15 to go. Cook. And another foul is going to be whistled. That one to go against Mills.
Crimson foul number 20, Mills, his first.
Looks like Gesner will be the only Railer in double figures tonight with 14. Cook over to Podbelzik. A lot of the future Railers playing catch out there with Podbelzik and Cook. Hayes, pass a little too high, tipped away into the hands of Jacksonville. Under a minute to go. Koo may have gotten away with the walk. Hayes tipped it out of bounds.
And really a young team for Jacksonville too. Andy Mills, sophomore played. Peyton Dugan, a sophomore. Josh Peak, a sophomore, and Dalton Keene, a big kid inside. So they're very young. The Jacksonville team, you're going to see these guys for a couple of years.
They try to get it down low to Mills. Andy Cruz steps in front and knocks it away. 14-footer on the way. That's off no good by Gabe Cording, a 6'3 junior. But he was fouled by Podbelzik. That'll be Will's first, and that'll send Jacksonville back to the line.
14, Podbelzik, his first, team sixth.
43-23, free throw on the way. Off no good. Still hanging out for that single-digit quarter. They're at 9 right now.
Well, we've done that a lot this year, and that's never a bad thing when you can hold your opponent to single digits in a quarter. So far, the Railers have done a good job on defense, especially tonight. They've moved well, used their hands well, and a lot of things we talked about. One of the things we talked about in the pregame was get a lot of loose balls. We sure got a lot of them tonight.
And I think a lot of folks listening, Josh, think about the loose ball of, the ball's knocked around. They're diving on the floor for it. But, a rebound's nothing more than a loose ball that's above the rim.
Yeah, we got a lot of those. And we got a lot of balls tonight that were in traffic. Those loose balls that some guys shy away from because you're going to get hit. We didn't do that tonight. We went after the basketball with some aggressive nature, and that's the things that we're going to need here in the upcoming weeks as we get set for Collinsville.
23 seconds. Got to believe unless there's a free throw attempts from fouls, that will be the final score, because certainly don't want to rub it in and run up the score. Up 19 with under 10 to go. The final seconds will tick away, and the Railers come away with a victory here tonight. Final score, Lincoln 43, Jacksonville 24.